It was December 5th at 7 p.m. when Britney's Instagram went down. 3 days later, the dawn of a new Free Britney movement emerged as the internet rallied together to ask where the star had gone.
Where's Britney? Find Britney. Time is running out.
And it wasn't just Britney's deactivated account that sparked this question. There were inconsistent timelines for planned outings.
We're running late to dinner. Come on, let's go.
I'm sick with flu. Reposted old content. And theories that suggested someone had taken the singer's place.
Some elitist, ritualistic bullshit.
While the real Britney was allegedly being sold to the highest bidder. That was fueling public outcry.
She has done things that have signaled to us that things are not necessarily right.
We're watching it all unfold from the comfort of our homes without any option of how to help.
Britney!
And pleas for the singer's return. Where is Britney? Are these just coincidences, or is there validity to these theories? Since Britney Spears' conservatorship has ended, the Piece of Me singer has experienced the highs and lows of a life free from surveillance and control, and the worry that can inspire in family and fans alike. In April 2022, Britney exercised her newfound right to bodily autonomy when she announced her pregnancy, a journey that ended a month later when she and her partner, Sam Asghari, lost the pregnancy. In September 2021, the singer became an engaged woman, and by June 2022, a married one, as she exchanged I-do's with Sam in a ceremony that consisted of celebrity friends, more than a few absent family members, and only one gate-crashing ex-husband.
I'm Jason Alexander, first husband. I'm here to crash the wedding, bro.
Who was promptly escorted off the property. But as Britney's post-conservatorship life continued, the singer's legal battle raged on, with her father reportedly stonewalling his own deposition and her former management team, TriStar Entertainment, denying their involvement in the 13-year conservatorship. And while Britney's attorney, Matthew Rosengart, made these legal filings on the singer's behalf, Britney was using her own voice to call out injustices against her, which included documentaries that were once applauded as catalysts to the Free Britney movement. The singer didn't feel that the documentaries freed her conservatorship, but that she did. To Britney, it was her testimony and how she expressed herself in court that liberated her, not a made-for-TV montage of her worst moments. America. This nation has been one thing and one thing only to me, a bully, she wrote on Instagram. And this wasn't the only instance where the star used social media to speak her truth. Whether it was a shady comparison between Selena Gomez and Britney's estranged mother, body-shaming former Mickey Mouse Club co-star Christina Aguilera, or telling a fast food worker who gave her pity to go f himself, no person or subject was off-limits when it came to Britney's stream of consciousness Instagram captions. But the singer wasn't the only one on a tour of telling supposed tough truths. In late summer 2022, Britney's ex-husband and former tabloid companion of the early 2000s, Kevin Federline, and their two sons, Sean Preston and Jaden, started speaking to the media about the intimate details of their family life. At this point, Jaden and Preston were staying with Kevin and had not seen their mother in months, a rift they partially seemed to blame on her scandalous Instagram photos, while their father attributed Britney's recent behavior to her freedom, claiming the conservatorship had saved her. Britney's husband Sam responded to the allegations in an Instagram post, stating, "The boys are very smart and will be 18 soon to make their own decisions and may eventually realize the tough part was having a father who hasn't worked much in over 15 years as a role model. Kevin's gravy train will end soon," which probably explains the timing of these hurtful statements. Sam added that Kevin's approval of the cruel 13-year-old C-ship and his loyalty to Jamie implied he'd approved at time of its conception as well. And it did seem there were ways Britney's conservatorship benefited Kevin, substantially. It was reported Kevin received $30,000 a month to follow Britney during her circus tour and help nanny their sons, on top of $20,000 in child support. Britney also released a statement claiming that her relationship with her boys had been fractured long before Instagram. The singer added that after her being in a conservatorship where even taking Tylenol required permission, she should embark on doing way more than going topless on the beach. Another post from the star elaborated on her relationship with her children, whom she had once looked forward to seeing 2 days a week. According to Britney, after she asked for them to spend one more day with her, they responded by coming for one less day and spending their visits locked in their rooms. But the songstress knew better than to voice how this made her feel. After all, The last time she became argumentative, she said she was sent to that place for 4 months, likely referring to the 4 months she was forced to stay at a treatment center during her conservatorship. It hurts and I want to scream. I want to shake their shoulders and say, "Wake up, I'm here too," Britney wrote. Kevin responded by releasing a recording of an argument between Britney and the kids.
Have you lost your mind? I do care, but I'm shocked as with you.
The clip was deleted after Britney's attorney, Matthew Rosengart, accused the ex-husband of cyber harassment and cyberbullying. Britney Spears is a brilliantly talented, extremely hard-working icon who is rightfully beloved and respected by millions around the world, the attorney told Us Weekly. The same, unfortunately, cannot be said about Mr. Federline, who, for reasons that are inexplicable, decided to give a gratuitous interview that has hurt the mother of his children. But with all this back and forth, was there any hope for reconciliation? Jaden was optimistic that his relationship with Britney could be rebuilt.
I 100% think it can be fixed, of course, but I think it's just going to take a lot of time.
I just want her to get better mentally, he continued. When she gets better, I really want to see her again. But Jaden's words had struck a nerve with his mother, who reacted with an Instagram audio post.
This can be fixed. I will see her when she's better. Jaden, it was a miracle I could even have a normal conversation when I got out of that place.
Britney went on to question whether money was the root of her son's recent behavior, and the fact they wouldn't see another dime of it once they turned 18. According to the mother, this virtual sparring match had only left her with a crisis of faith.
I don't believe in God anymore because of the way my children and my family have treated me. There is nothing to believe anymore. I'm an atheist, y'all.
Desperate for an explanation for Britney's seemingly erratic posts, a slew of disturbing theories began to develop amongst the singer's fans as they searched her content for clues. But there's one major drawback of sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, and that's discovering something you wish you hadn't. The status of Britney's freedom, her fairy tale relationship, and even her life on this earth all quickly became points of contention for those analyzing the star's captions, photos, and videos under a microscope. But what led online detectives to these off-the-wall conclusions? Well, there were certain trends in Britney's online behavior that these theories assigned meaning to. For example, the singer was known for her habit of deactivating and reactivating her Instagram on an almost monthly basis.
Britney goes on a monthly Instagram cleanse. I would be more surprised if her account isn't active again in like 2 days.
But rather than an intermittent act of self-care, some believed these exits from the app were reactionary.
Right before deactivating, she posted a video where it said, "Never forget how they gave you distance when what you needed was love." Do you know who commented? No, take a guess. Take a wild guess who commented. If you said her mother, you would be right. Her mom had the nerve to even comment and say, "You have got to be kidding me." Rolling eyes.
But it wasn't just unpleasant interactions with family that seemed to elicit social media blackouts for Britney. They also appeared to follow times when the star seemed to be acting out of character. One of these moments occurred on December 2nd, 2022, when Britney posted a photo of her estranged sister Jamie Lynn on her own birthday, congratulating her baby sister on the guts and glory she had in the promo for the new Fox show Special Forces.
This caption stopped me in my tracks.
"You ain't alone. If anybody knows what that feels like, I get it," Britney wrote. "My baby sister, I love you." But the heartwarming display of sisterly love struck Britney supporters as odd.
If you haven't been following the story, this might not seem like much, but for those of us who have, it is very shocking.
And it's true. Britney's caption didn't reflect her previous comments that referred to her sister as scum and a liar, but perhaps their bond had been mended. Or was there something darker at play? The comment section quickly became swamped with suspicion that the author of the caption wasn't Britney.
Fans were concerned and they were asking who is posting on Britney's Instagram.
And 3 days later, the singer's account was deactivated. But by December 9th, Britney was back, with a post that failed to soothe her followers' concerns.
Guys, 30 seconds to Mars.
The odd declaration was followed by clips of Britney in a red onesie as she drank, posed, and smeared cake over herself. A compilation that was noticeably not set to a 30 Seconds to Mars song, but to Eartha Kitt's Santa Baby. But if theorists were right and the superstar wasn't responsible for the posts on her account,
there's no tattoo on her hand. Her tattoo is gone, and this is supposed to be a video from her birthday or maybe the next day this year. So something's not right.
Where was Britney? It was a simple question that proved deceptively difficult for fans to answer. If they took Britney's word for it, the star had moved into a new home in June 2022, which should have signaled no more content filmed in her old house.
An end to an era. A moment of silence for this room.
But that didn't appear to be the case. From videos posted in her nightgown to photos of her Christmas tree, the backdrop of Britney's subsequent posts suggested she was still living in her old home. So, had the star simply neglected to tell her followers the move was off? According to the latest news, sources have reported she plans to sell her new home in 2023 and move back into her Thousand Oaks mansion, which she still owns, perhaps explaining her post that never seemed to relocate despite her move. But for some fans, Britney's latest posts incited a sinking feeling, one that felt a lot like deja vu. Content followers swore was posted years ago was being reposted by the singer as if it were present day, making Britney's current whereabouts an even bigger mystery.
There's nothing recent. This is from months and months and months and months and months ago.
But surely a star as big as Britney couldn't simply fall off the map, especially when she told her followers on December 12th that she was heading for a certain densely populated and paparazzi-ridden metropolis, New York City. However, the next day, there was no spotting of Britney in New York. That's not to say the songstress wasn't sighted that day. She was allegedly spotted in Mexico. Sources close to the star told TMZ Britney had posted the wrong location to keep her real vacation spot secret. But even with supposed photographic evidence, some theorists still doubted the images weren't faked or old.
I'm seeing on TikTok like, oh look, this is Britney, this is current Britney. No, it's not. Guys, this was literally posted in April of this year.
Many believe this was no case of outfit repeating, but another example of old images of Britney resurfacing as new.
Her hair is down here, she has a choker on and some bracelets. Let me ask you something. Did you ever get ready in the morning and then by the evening you look kind of shoddy?
But despite the tendency for fans to doubt sightings of the star and social media posts, there were times when they believed Britney was trying to communicate with them, either through letters that spelled out "beware" placed in the background of a photo, quotes that alluded to something deeper, or foreboding captions.
She's trying to break through and posting things. Maybe this is all she has access to.
In fact, for every post the singer made, there was someone online trying to decode the content's true meaning. This meant something as seemingly straightforward as a clip from the 1932 film The Cabin in the Cotton,
"I'd like to kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Bye,"
could expose important information, like Britney's true location.
There are a ton of cotton fields in Louisiana. Is this confirmation that we need to be looking harder or seeing if something happens there?
As for how they differentiated Britney's original content from what was allegedly posted on her behalf,
even if there is just one cryptic line in there, one thing that seems off, it is most likely her.
And another way these amateur detectives separate the singer's supposedly real posts from the rest? By paying attention to what remained on her Instagram page and what was quickly deleted.
And then the fact that this is actually taken down twice. I mean, come on. We know that means she said too much.
To some, these missing images, videos, and captions were all the proof they needed to know Britney was fighting behind the scenes to be heard.
Ever since November, she has gotten aggressive. So you know what that means? Exactly what this post says. That means we don't give up either. Continue making noise enough that it's such a nuisance that they give her back to us. That's all we can do.
But if this was true, what was Britney trying to say? When it came to translating the alleged calls for help for the star, the internet offered various interpretations. There were those who believed Britney's recent behavior was indicative of a trauma response from the years of maltreatment she suffered under her conservatorship. Some suspected illegal substances were to blame. Others were certain this was just a case of Britney being Britney and the internet not knowing how to handle that. Of course, none of these conclusions so much as skimmed the surface of the theories being voiced online. YouTuber, makeup mogul, and yak farmer Jeffree Star claimed he had inside knowledge on what was really going on with Britney. And how did the internet celebrity claim he stumbled upon the truth? According to Jeffree, he escaped an infamous secret organization in 2021 and was somehow still alive to tell the tale, tweeting, "In 2020, 2020, I was going to expose everything. In a matter of days, the Hollywood elite tried to ruin my entire career, villainize me, and flooded the news with lies to discredit me. If you guys only knew the truth about what they are doing to Britney and Kanye, anyone who challenges the system gets eliminated. But that's just one theory. Another theory linked Britney's past and present antics to the CIA program MKUltra. And while government conspiracies might bring to mind images of tinfoil hats and unreliable message boards, the top secret program really did exist. MKUltra started during the Cold War, as the CIA began testing the potential for hallucinatory substances to aid in mind control, information gathering, and psychological torture. A frontier that left numerous of the often unwilling participants of these experiments with permanent psychological damage before the program ended in 1973. Yet, despite the program ending before Britney was born, some theorists believe the singer was not only a part of the program, but that the experiment was used to induce multiple personalities in the star.
A theory is that she was subjected to that, and that people around her, we call them handlers, have these magic touches, images, or words that trigger her in and out of certain personalities to get her to do things, as in like dance for the videos, because I'm sure you guys know these Instagram reels still pay artists.
Then there were theories that Britney has been replaced by stand-ins, deepfakes, or perhaps even clones, concept that eerily mirrored the starlet's Break the Ice music video from 2009. These theories offered an explanation for some of Britney's more confusing Instagram captions.
Can you not see right through that line? I'd rather be in my skin than wear my skin. And what do we talk about? We've talked so much about green screen, CGI, the skin mask.
But according to those who followed this theory, these replicas paled in comparison to the real Britney. There were alleged differences in appearances that made fakes easy to spot, allegedly including a lack of gap tooth and the addition of a beauty mark. Yet there were some things that just couldn't be imitated, including Britney's voice.
On Tuesday morning, March 29th, I'll be performing for the first time ever in a special concert in San Francisco's historic Castro District on Good Morning America. And I promise you, it'll be a morning to remember.
And dancing abilities. But while some believe these replicas were only used when Britney wouldn't cooperate with her handlers, others feared the original Britney was long gone. And those who inquired what happened to Britney Spears to AI-generated images met a similarly disturbing conclusion, seeming to show imagery of a blonde woman and blood. According to the theories available, if Britney wasn't alive, then stand-ins, deepfakes, or clones would keep the star profitable. And it seemed even legal documents might back this theory up.
Back in 2009, Britney's conservators in legal court documents pronounced her dead. Britney Jean Spears, deceased. They claimed it was a typo. How is an entire word professionally documented a typo?
Still, some remain skeptical of this supposed revelation. One user claiming to be an attorney revealed this mistake wasn't unusual, considering legal professionals often work with a template that already had parts filled in. Another user added, it's not uncommon to skip headers, titles, and cover pages because the review was more focused on the substantive work. We are human. And were there other conspiracies dodging reasonable explanations in favor of the sensational? Perhaps alleged evidence that Britney filmed her videos in front of a green screen was just a white backdrop the star used to use in her videos. Speaking of which, was it possible that Britney's glasses weren't reflecting Sam's green screen room in this video, but rather the window she was facing? And was AI really revealing a dark secret? Or was the morbid art simply based on images already uploaded online that depicted Britney's demise? Could it be that viewers were seeing clues where there weren't any? Various users expressed these theories have too much time on their hands and speculated that perhaps all Britney wanted was privacy. But clones, deepfakes, and government theories aside, there was still one question yet to answer. Who was controlling Britney? Many believe the star was still under some sort of conservatorship due to a loophole that could leave her vulnerable.
All we ever heard was that in California it was canceled.
This meant a conservatorship could presumably be applied for in a different state, which could explain why whoever was allegedly controlling Britney allowed the songstress the occasional cryptic post.
I think that they don't fight her posting on there, the handlers, because they know that she sounds crazy. And so it really fits their narrative that if they ever have to get rid of the problem, she already looked crazy to begin with, so it's easier.
In this case, if there were clones or stand-ins, they could be victims of the conservatorship as well.
All of them are controlled, so they all want out, right?
Instagrammer Free Britney 2.0 speculated the singer's decoys couldn't speak out if they wanted to due to the contracts, NDAs, and other documents they likely had to sign. Them speaking out could end very bad for them. They could fear for their lives, the user wrote. There were also concerns about the people Britney still appeared to be connected to. Would a free Britney follow her former business manager Lou Taylor on social media? And what about Matthew Rosengart? Sure, the lawyer helped win Britney her freedom, but some fans believed he framed Jamie as the villain rather than the conservatorship.
This conservatorship was corrupted by James P. Spears.
The fact that Matthew appeared to twiddle his thumbs as the statute of limitations for illegal surveillance and malpractice ran out and hearings were delayed also struck some as odd. And then there was his secrecy surrounding Britney's post-conservatorship care plan that he denied existing.
Britney Spears is free. There's a mythology about a, quote, care plan, unquote.
Despite one of Britney's conservators, Jodie Montgomery, a woman the singer once compared to her father, reportedly filing for a plan to help Britney adjust to post-conservatorship life. To some, the hopelessness of Britney's predicament felt all too similar to a recently departed celebrity.
Aaron, like Britney Spears, had family trying to get him under a conservatorship.
But the links between Britney Spears and Aaron Carter don't end there.
2 days ago, Aaron tweeted Kanye West asking to talk. 2 days ago, Kanye posted a text between him and his personal trainer who specializes in military psychological operations and who also works for Lou Taylor, one of Britney's conservators. In Kanye's text between him and the personal trainer, Harley Pasternak, Kanye revealed that he was threatened by Harley with being institutionalized and medicated to zombie status. Aaron's rapper best friend, Check the Star, Mick Garcia, posted today on Instagram saying, "Wait till y'all see and hear what's really going on."
Dots were being connected all right, but what, if anything, did they mean? Fans couldn't help but suspect the worst as they sank deeper into the rabbit hole. In December 2022, Jamie Spears gave his first interview in over a decade, a Daily Mail exclusive where the father stated the conservatorship wasn't only a good thing for his daughter, but that he didn't know if she'd be alive without it. But what was perhaps of greater interest wasn't anything Jamie said, but who was interviewing him. The same person who had interviewed Kevin Federline, Sean Preston, and Jaden, a woman by the name of Daphne Barrick. Along with being a journalist, Daphne is a documentary filmmaker with creative muses that included Donald Trump, Nelson Mandela, Michael Jackson, and more. She's also the best-selling author of Saving Amy, a book inspired by her time filming Amy Winehouse. Impressive, right? Well, maybe not. Britney fans have pointed out that Daphne's book monetized Amy's passing, proving that celebrities can be worth more deceased than alive, a fate they believed Britney could be at risk of. See, while Britney repeatedly made Forbes' highest-paid celebrities list during her conservatorship, the singer's fortune failed to exceed $60 million, despite her frugal $2,000 weekly allowance. To some, this made Daphne a dangerous influence for those no longer able to allegedly leech millions out of her conservatorship, especially Jamie. As one user wrote, "Are we supposed to trust a man who not only was never on good terms with Brit and benefited financially off her abuse-ship, but was also never good with business, filing for bankruptcy months before Baby One More Time's release?" But in real time, fans felt forces were actively attempting to shift the narrative. Kevin Federline, Jamie, Daphne, and even gossip sources like Dumois and Perez Hilton were accused of centering the conversation on Britney's mental state rather than the conservatorship and those that were allegedly still free and capitalizing off her trauma.
I just spoke to a friend of mine, somebody that I know in real life that works in the industry. Things are bad. What's especially surprising is I have not seen a single video mention what's really going on.
But some believed even those close to Britney didn't have the star's best interests at heart. Matthew Rosengart was seen as loyal to Creative Arts Agency, an agency he represents, which a theorist has accused of being a front for an illegal trade of labor due to a workplace SH accusation and an allegation by actress and Me Too figure Rose McGowan. Britney's business manager Michael Caine was seen as loyal to Sony, TriStar, and the man who first hired him, Jamie Spears. And then there was the matter of Britney's own husband, Sam Asghari, who theorists believed above all else was loyal to the conservatorship. But what made fans think Britney's partner was capable of this level of betrayal? Well, it appeared Sam didn't have the best track record. For one, he allegedly hadn't informed Britney about the Free Britney movement while she was staying at a mental health facility in 2019, forcing the singer to find out through other means.
I saw it on a lot of the morning shows and people by word of mouth, and I think just by my fans knowing by heart that something was up.
One user tweeted, "This makes Sam look extremely bad because he already knew the movement was building and gave Britney no inkling, no hope that troops were mobilizing for her." Then there was Sam and Britney's love story, a tale that began with an encounter some saw as too serendipitous to be real. According to the two, they met on the set of Britney's Slumber Party music video in 2016, and from that point on, Sam became further and further entwined with the singer's life. He allegedly made his way onto payroll, receiving $500 a day from Britney as her private chef back when the star's expenses had to be approved by her conservators. And it appeared Sam really did know how to cook, as he flexed his talent on an episode of The Doctors in 2019 where he prepared Britney's favorite meal.
Gentlemen, if you want some props, definitely cook for your girl.
But some viewers couldn't help but find the segment eerie to look back on, considering who Sam was on stage with. It turns out the Doctor's co-host, Dr. Judy Ho, wasn't just a medical expert on TV. She practiced neuropsychology in real life. At the medical facility where Britney allegedly stayed, where Dr. Ho was rumored to be the person in charge of the singer's psych evaluations during the star's confinement. Had Sam been oblivious to the alleged connection between the co-host and his partner, or had he made some kind of deal? Fame in exchange for Britney's freedom. One Twitter user speculated on the link, tweeting, "Kinda strange how Chef Asghari agreed to interview with a doctor connected to the place Britney was medicated and mistreated at. Was this his reward for playing along and lying to the public about her checking herself into bridges to recovery?" Despite all of this, Sam and Britney wed in June 2022, or at least that's how the story goes. But to online sleuths, the timeline from the big day remains murky. Invites stated the wedding would start at 6 p.m., but in a photo where Sam wore his ring as if the nuptials had already taken place, his watch appeared to read 1:15 p.m.
So I'm just trying to figure out, like, if the wedding ceremony occurred earlier or like a different day?
Or perhaps that nuptials hadn't taken place at all. Huntington Beach-based psychic medium Crystal's World alleged the wedding wasn't the happy event it appeared to be on social media. In an Instagram story, Crystal claimed she worked for a few people who were close to Britney, and they allegedly informed her Britney was not aware that she was getting married to Sam on the day of her alleged wedding. In fact, Crystal was allegedly told the ceremony was an unpleasant surprise for the star, which led to some other disturbing events that day. As for what those supposed disturbing events entailed, well, Crystal remained tight-lipped on that point. However, the creator did allege she wasn't told if a marriage was actually officiated that day, a claim one TikToker put to the test by allegedly requesting the couple's marital record from Ventura County.
And guess what? No public record of marriage exists.
The allegations that the wedding was faked have led some to re-examine footage captured by Jason Alexander as he crashed the wedding in search of Britney.
Hey, tell me the truth. Where's Britney at? Britney!
Only to find a nearly empty venue.
I'm here to crash the wedding because nobody's here but Sam.
Was it possible that Jason's livestream exposed the wedding as a farce?
I don't think Britney was at the wedding. I think it was only Sam, which is why the wedding video is all about Sam.
And what's more, was the ex-husband's trespassing a crime or a warranted act of heroism?
People thought he was crazy when he did this. Now his reaction makes so much sense.
But if Jason's goal was to save Britney, what was he saving the singer from? According to the internet, that would be her husband. Various users believed Sam was exploiting Britney, theorizing that he times his Instagram ads to coincide with his wife's more explicit content, that he uses Britney's account to post private photos, and even more troubling allegations. For many, the concern boils down to a belief that Sam has stepped in for Jamie as Britney's conservator. In December 2021, insiders told Radar Online that Sam was now the boss. According to these sources, Britney's past made it difficult to trust others, which made her more reliant on Sam. He is literally all she has, the sources alleged, and with the people who had helped her navigate stardom gone from her life, Sam had stepped in to fill that role. Sam is a good man, but he wants to be her husband, not her manager, the insiders told the outlet. But according to the theories floating around the internet, Sam's control over Britney didn't stop at her career. While Sam claimed he'd prefer Britney wouldn't post the controversial content, footage that appeared to show him recording an explicit video of Britney painted a different picture for fans. Some were adamant that Sam was taking advantage of her, and more than that, was using her revealing images for his own alleged criminal agenda. This allegation comes from a theory that Britney is a victim of the trade involving coerced labor, an allegation that many believe Britney made herself. The truth is, Britney did compare her conservatorship to the trade during a 2021 hearing, but only to emphasize her grueling schedule.
I work 7 days a week, no days off, which in California, the only similar thing to this is called,
the singer said. Still, many believe the photos Britney shared of her bare body online were posted by the trade operation, as one user put it, to portray her as both free and unstable to continue justification of her conservatorship. Fans were equally convinced of this theory when Britney posted bare photos when she was supposed to be in New York City, but suddenly was in Mexico. And as Britney's absence from public life continued, theories like this continue to fester.
It does concern me that there's been no photos of her by paparazzi since she married Sam. There's been no sightings of her at all.
But surely Britney's birthday celebration would end these theories once and for all, right?
1 year old.
Yes. Not quite. There was something off about the little details in the short glimpses Sam shared.
You like it?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Many people thought the woman speaking didn't sound like Britney.
Happy birthday, dear baby. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much, baby.
And if it was Britney, some felt Britney's voice quivered at his command.
It's time for you to open your gift, baby.
Okay.
Sam also appeared to avoid showing Britney on camera, only capturing a hand going in to feed him cake.
Oh, you did?
Some believed it wasn't Britney's hand and claimed it looked awfully similar to Britney's former assistant Vicky T's hand. And even when Sam did share a video of Britney, people were convinced it had to be a green screen projection. People also noticed Sam used Britney's birthday to promote his vlog, earning him the title of clout narcissist by fans.
Today's your girl's birthday. You've been together for a few years. You're starting to run out of ideas. Anybody could just buy a gift. We just gotta be much more creative than that.
Things would only become more confusing during Britney's birthday outing to celebrity hotspot Nobu.
We're running 30 minutes late. Did all this for her to just be on Instagram and make content. We're running late to dinner. Come on, let's go. This is what I have to deal with.
In this short glimpse, Britney was seen posing in the background in a white outfit. Some people thought the woman appeared thinner than Britney, implying it wasn't her. Perhaps it could just be camera angles, but what about conflicting social media posts? While Sam posted an Instagram story of them getting ready to leave, along with a photo of his meal from the restaurant, Britney posted that she had the flu. Britney fans also found it suspicious that Sam's photo was posted near Nobu's closing time, implying the photo was likely recycled. Perhaps the couple had a private after-hour reservation? Or Sam posted the photo at a later time? Well, just as theories were running wild, TikToker Ya Girl Karina explained her best friend's cousin spotted Britney at Nobu that night while dining with his wife and newborn. Britney allegedly approached the newborn unexpectedly.
He's like, all of a sudden, this hillbilly blonde woman comes up to the baby and snatches the baby, and she's like, oh my God, and she's like kissing the baby. My best friend's cousin is like, who is this psycho?
But Britney's outfit contradicted Sam's Instagram story. The exposed hair extensions despite her big day, and an alleged phone call to Nobu, which alleged Britney was a no-show, had the internet hesitant to believe the tale.
I'm not buying it, and I hope none of you are as well.
Still, without an official Britney sighting, fans were worried, and her off-camera Instagram appearances...
Should I just turn the camera on?
I don't need to see anything, I know.
But you're always live.
I'm always live. I'm gonna jump in. I have nothing to say. I don't want to talk to them right now.
Good.
We're only fueling speculation.
That's not Britney's voice. I think she was saying too much, and the family have too much to hide because they're all evil and cold-hearted, and they offed her. I am a firm believer in that.
3 days later, on December 5th, Britney's Instagram account suddenly went down. Fans wanted answers and they turned to Sam, but oddly enough, he had his comments turned off on Instagram and posted stories of himself working out instead. Britney would return shortly afterwards on December 8th, and by December 11th, Sam decided to speak up for Britney. Social media can be traumatizing. Sometimes it's good to take a break. She has her voice and is a free woman. I have respect for her privacy and I protect it at all times. He explained that events were not fun for Britney, but stressful, especially since she's been doing these things since 8 years old. I've always respected and supported her privacy with everything I've had. I ask of you supportive and protective fans to do the same. Britney also uploaded a video as if she was trying to shut down the theories. She appeared in a red jumpsuit, drank champagne, ate cake from the floor, and danced while flipping off the camera. Perhaps things aren't as dark as they seem. Jared Lipscomb, one of the key figures in launching the Free Britney movement, recently came forward with the alleged truth about Britney on the Publicity podcast.
It goes against what I believe in, but also I feel like
At some point, this negativity surrounding Britney, these comments, this insanity, it's feeding into this fire that's going to end up with her in a very not well place. You know what I mean?
According to Jared, a trusted source close to the star had told him what was really happening with the singer, which had nothing to do with clones, handlers, government experiments, or any other dystopian fiction cliche, but was instead an alleged internal battle Britney was facing herself.
After 15 years of being controlled, not having any say in her doctors, not having any say in anything in her life, Britney Spears has fully gone off her medication.
The problem was, Britney had allegedly stopped cold turkey, which Jared alleged came with an unintended side effect: psychosis. Psychosis is a mental state that alters the sufferer's perception of reality, often leading to delusions, hallucinations, paranoia, and other symptoms. And while psychosis is common and treatable, Jared claimed Sam was trying to keep Britney's alleged mental state private, leading to the re-uploaded Instagram posts and confusing timelines.
Her husband Sam has been posting things that are not always current to try to protect her, to try to keep people away and showing a happier life.
Still, Jared made it clear that no mental health crisis would necessitate robbing Britney of her freedom again.
You can have a psychotic break even, and that does not justify a court-sanctioned conservatorship.
But on January 7th, the theories would continue again when Paris Hilton posted a birthday tribute to Kate Hudson and included a photo of Britney at the party. TMZ also confirmed Britney attended Kate's birthday bash with their own exclusive photo. 2 days later, on January 9th, Britney addressed the photos. "Have no idea about these pics of me from a birthday party. I haven't been to a B-Day party in forever. And as for the pics, those have to be from years ago." This led people to believe TMZ was allegedly paid to report this story, while others simply thought she was being sarcastic and playing along with the wild theories. Things would only get more confusing on January 14th, when Britney made a public appearance at the LA restaurant Joey. According to patrons, she was allegedly manic and having a meltdown while yelling and speaking gibberish. Patrons also reported Sam looked upset and stormed out the restaurant. That same day, Britney posted cryptic messages such as a video of herself dancing and flipping off the camera and a quote that said, "They told me I couldn't, that's why I did." But to online detectives, something seemed odd about Britney's dancing video. Secret society symbols were recognized: the 666 finger, the owl eyes, Satan's horns. Some felt these hand symbols, along with the pointing and flipping off, had a message. She's literally saying that if she ends up deceased, we know who to blame. Read between the lines, friends. Many people didn't think it was Britney at all, especially when noticing small details. Britney loves her nails done. Either she's not allowed again, or I don't know, maybe it's not her. That's hotel carpeting if I ever saw it. It's the carpet from the Four Seasons Maui. The next day, both Britney and Sam cleared the air about the restaurant situation. Britney said she was just a little drunk, and Sam told paparazzi that Britney did not have a manic episode, and he didn't storm out, he just briefly left to go get the car. By mid-January, Britney's Instagram comments are still turned off, and it's unclear what the reason is. In late January, Britney confused everyone when she uploaded a photo of planet Mars and changed her Instagram name to River Red. Britney also included a cryptic message: "Don't underestimate the power of purity. I see right through it all." Fans and online detectives were convinced River Red was hinting at something dark.
River Red is a 1998 film where a son is his alcoholic father. Well,
this movie with the tagline is love, loyalty, family, and Britney. Are you trying to send us a message? Are you about to, do the ultimate escape?
What is River Red backwards? De River. What does it mean? The infirmary. An infirmary is a location where the sick or injured are being cared for.
Some people had theories about all the name changes Britney has done through the years. I think she is on a boat, Channel 8 waterway passage in Hawaii, Red River in Louisiana, changing name to Brooklyn, which means near water. Britney has not explained the reason behind her name change, and her social media posts only continue to get more confusing every week. Then, suddenly, on January 24th, Britney's Instagram account went down once again. Britney has removed her Instagram account multiple times in the past, allegedly for social media breaks. But this hiatus was unclear, and given the recent uptick in theories, this prompted two people to go on TikTok Live to request a wellness check on Britney in a phone call to the police. This idea that Britney was unwell would quickly be refuted when Page Six reported a spokesperson from the sheriff's office told them they don't believe that Britney Spears is in any kind of harm or any kind of danger. A few days later, on January 26th, Britney addressed the police call in a Twitter statement. "Things went a little too far and my privacy was invaded. The police never entered my home, and when they came to my gate, they quickly realized there was no issue and left immediately. I felt like I was being gaslit and bullied once the incident made it to the news. I truly hope the public and my fans, who I care so much about, can respect my privacy moving forward." By January 30th, Britney returned to Instagram with a more casual statement. "Nope, I'm not having a breakdown. Nope, I'm not this girl or that girl. I am River Red. Maybe if you walked in my shoes, then maybe, just maybe, you could understand. Still learning this no rules thing. P.S. Yes, I took my Instagram down and now it's back up because I can." And with that, Britney continues to post on Instagram with the comments turned off. What makes online theories compelling isn't just their sensational nature.
She's being told what to do, probably being to the worst degree, if she's even around. I am terrified for Britney Spears.
But that hidden grain of truth that makes them somehow believable. And while this level of intrigue can lead the public to spotting signs that would otherwise be missed, it can also turn a celebrity's life into a form of entertainment.
Just once again, it's 2007 all over, but instead of paparazzi, it's TikTok.
That only hurts the person fans are trying to protect. This is the story of Britney Spears, the singer whose absence continues to stir speculation.